Okay, so I'll come in, knock on the door, ask for permission, and introduce myself as Roxy and let the patient know I'm going to be the occupational therapist assistant student. Um, and I'd wash my hands when I came in, and when I would come in, and I was ask the patient what would she like to be called, and that's Daisy in this case. And then I would ask her, can you tell me a little bit what's been going on, how you been feeling today? And she told me that she was doing good, really well, ready to get back to work and get out of the facility. And so I would explain to the patient that today I have an activity of changing a doll's diaper while following her back precautions. And I know that seems like a silly activity, but I'm thinking since she works in childcare that she would need to know how to follow her back precautions while like changing a baby's diaper. Okay, but first, before we get started with the changing the doll's diaper, I want the patient to demonstrate all of her back precautions. Since it's last day of treatment, I want her to show me that she knows all of her back precautions because we're trying to get her back to working. And so she demonstrated that no bending, no lifting past 8 pounds, no twisting, and she demonstrated everything really well. She acted like she knew all of her back precautions, so that's a plus. And so the patient stated that she was doing well and she's ready to get back to work. And she did state that she didn't have any pain coming into therapy that evening, but she did, when picking up the 5-pound doll, her pain increased to 2 out of 10, and which that's okay, that's still low. So I told the patient the doll was on the ground, and so I told the patient to bend down using her legs to pick up the baby, pick up the doll, and to show her that she can do it when she gets back to work. And so she was able to bend down and while using her legs, and she was able to pick up the doll. And so that was really good. And then second, I told her to go ahead and walk over and put the doll on the changing table. And I told her that once she gets back to work, she might need to raise the table to about waist height so she don't have to bend down and bend her back while changing the baby's diaper. And so we had a tall table, so it worked out. We had everything in place where she didn't have to reach too far and twist and stuff like that. I did have to remind her not to twist her body when she was reaching for the wipes, but that was an easy fix. And she stated that she really enjoyed the activity because she knew she's going to have to go back to work and she needed to learn how to do all of her back precautions while doing childcare. And so she was able to change the baby's diaper, the doll's diaper, and then I told her to place her back down on the ground because working in childcare, you change them and you put them back down. And so she walked over from the table and placed the baby down or the doll down on the ground, and she did perfect. Followed her back precautions, and she did really well. She completed the preparatory activity demonstrating the occupational therapy assistant. Her back precautions requiring no verbal cues or reminders from me. She completed the therapeutic activity of changing the doll's diaper while using her back precautions, requiring one verbal cue not to twist while reaching for the wipes. The patient is improving and using her back precautions indicated by her independently demonstrating them and completing the activity while using her back precautions. Patient has potential to progress toward goals as evidenced by her motivation and progress toward working towards gaining her independence and returning to work, which is childcare. And so I guess that'd be it. She did really good. I think that she's ready to get out there, but if she was to do further OT, I think a therapeutic exercise would be good. Joint mobility and vestibular functions, and then we'll I'll discuss the progress to my OT and discuss that with her. After that, after all the activity's done, thank her, ask her if she has any questions, and wash my hands, and that's it.